Good morning, YouTube. As always, I say, it's been a while. Yeah, we've been through quite a bit. We had what they call here in the Philippines a Super Typhoon, a very heavy one, and did a lot of damage. We've still not got any power. The running water comes and goes. It's just come back on now, but there's a lot of damage everywhere, I think, so they keep repairing it. Yeah, so we got no electric. I won't go on about the typhoon too much because everybody knows what a typhoon is. It basically did a lot of damage. But we spent some time tidying up and the place looks like nothing's ever happened. So we worked hard at that. So let me just show you what I wanted to talk about. So we've got no power, like I say. So what I did, a lot of people bought petrol or diesel generators. They cost a lot of money. I just haven't got that money at the moment. They cost, some have paid 70,000 pesos, which is roughly £1,000. Some have paid double that. Some have paid even more. I wasn't prepared to do that. What I have done is solar panel and this. So I've got that charging now. Trouble is, we've got no sunshine. And we need, to do this, we need, I mean, it's gone up to 10%, nearly 11 now, with little sunshine, but it's been on for a couple of hours. Yesterday we had sunshine for about half an hour, and it put it up to 12%, roughly what it is now, give or take. When the sun went down, well, the sun didn't stay forever, but in the evening, I thought I got 12% on there. Let's just see if it will charge my phone. So I put it into the USB port, switched it on, and straight away it started going down to 11, then 10. I think what happens is it's got to be once fully charged for it to work properly, I'd imagine. We'll basically need about 10 hours of proper sunshine. Got up this morning to bring it back out again, open for sunshine, and that 10% had disappeared. It was back to zero. So it sort of leaks the power, if you like. I don't know. So it wasn't cheap. It was 3,000 pesos. So for a little solar energy multifunction mobile power supply. Thing is, I don't know much about electrics. I mean, it says there AC 220V. And on there, you got one at 12. You got one at there at 220. Not really sure. Then you've got two outputs, 12V and, yeah, but they're both 12V. Does that mean volts? I don't know. I honestly don't know. You can check, when it's fully charged, you've got a socket there for putting a plug in. So I'm thinking you can do things like watch telly or something, maybe even. It does look quite a substantial piece of kit. I just plugged it in the back. You can plug it in through electricity as well, which once we get electric back, obviously, I will do. Pump it up proper. So yeah, keep you updated if that's any good or not. It's called Koi, I think you would pronounce that. Yeah, so that's what we've got. A couple of other things is with the Kulung sidecar here. It's all very nice, but I've told you in another video, I think, that this keeps coming off. It was pulled off once and it doesn't stay on. There's like a hook underneath. Come out this morning, it was back off again, and I'm baffled as to why. There was no wind to speak of last night for it to do that, and the wind wouldn't really, so I'm baffled as why that was off this morning. So the plan is, this whole thing here rolls down. I showed you, I think, in another video. We're going to have it go to the upholster, and we're going to have it cut down. So it's just covering this back piece here, but I wanted them permanently fixed on there, so that's always going to be there. This piece here, I want to then sew it properly and everything by the upholster, and leave that on there hooked up, and that should just always stay there unless we really need it. We can then roll it down. So at the moment, the whole thing gets rolled down, and it's a lot of faff, and the quality isn't there for it to last long doing that. So we thought if we get that one permanently down, maybe a side window in it, we'll see, and that one just hanging there. Inside, Sally can't hear me and I can't hear her because this is all very nicely done, really. As you can see, there's the hooks where it's hooked on. We want this to the poster as well. Sally wants a hole in it so we can talk to each other. I said, why don't we just get a very sharp knife and cut that plastic out? She thinks that'll be too big. I don't. I don't think there's another way of doing it rather than the only way of doing it, I think, is replacing the whole side again. It's all cost, isn't it? I think if I take that off, which you can from the hooks and Velcro down there, lie down on the floor, get a very sharp knife, which I've got some sharp knives here, some old budding knives, and cut it very, very carefully all the way around the seam. I think that's my plan. I think Sally thinks it's then going to be too much of a gap, but how can they make the gap smaller? They can't, because that's already, plastic's already there. You'd have to replace the whole side, and I simply don't want to do that anymore. I think enough's enough with what we've done on it. So yeah, as I told you before, I put the rubber on the sides there. As you can see, the dirt there, it was splashing up to the seat. So I put that rubber on, put it on with cable ties, cut it to the size I wanted, on with cable ties. I think I'm going to do it all the way around to make it even drier inside. Water doesn't seem to come in when we're driving along splashing through, but I think if we went through higher water, it would come in there on the sides and there. So my plan is today probably is to put some, well, I'll probably wait until that's been done and then put the rubber on there. There's no point at the moment. We've got the big journey coming up in a couple of weeks to Kauai, which we are taking the motorbike in Kulung. So the seat, as you know, you can adjust. It's too far back, really, and to make Sally more comfortable, we're going to put it more in the middle. And then it should make it a bit more comfortable for her. We have got, as you know, we've got the other seat we can put in if we got extra people with us. But on that day, it's probably just going to be the two of us. There's the granddaughter, then she'll have school, so she won't be coming, which is a pity because that's where her grandparents are from her dad's side. And they actually live in Kauai, so it's a pity that she won't be able to come with us for that, unless we sneak her out of school for a day, which they do here a lot anyway. So not quite as strict as European countries as far as school goes. They're constantly having time off here. The teachers have days off of the slightest reason, and they lose school days. So, you know, I know so she's gone back to school today now. So the typhoon hit us, not this weekend, just gone the weekend before, so just over a week ago. She hasn't been to school, or nobody's been to school in that time. They'd had time off before that for whatever reason, and before that it was half term, so she's had like 2 or 3 days school in the last sort of month, so I think is what it feels like. So it's not good enough. But there you go. That's not my, well, I don't have a say in that sort of thing anyway, so there's no point in me really going on about it. But I do find it a bit silly. So yeah, there we go. All set up very nicely. I'd say that's the window that I'm thinking of just taking out myself. Probably leave it till we get to the upholsterer and see what he says, but I can't see another way around it. Otherwise, he could cut that out and then sew another piece on there maybe to make the hole just a bit smaller. So we'd have it just about here in that corner there. Maybe we'll see what can be done. But the main one is the other side. Like I say, the one that rolls down. That's the other one. So this is the school bus, as I like to call it. It hadn't been used for about a week and a half, and you could tell this morning it didn't want to pull properly, so we ended up going in that one. This one needs a bit of a service, although I have changed the oil recently as soon as I come back into the country. Maybe a fuel filter, new spark plug should cure that. If it runs every day, it's never an issue, but if it stands for a while, it seems to have some kind of fuel issue. Nothing, it still starts, it still runs, but there's one steep hill we have to go up to take them to school in the morning, and I don't think it would have done it, to be honest. So that one will do it in second, third gear if I wanted it to. But this one, you have to put it in first and rev the hell out of it to get up there. And it wasn't running properly, so the best thing was not to use it this morning. So I've been busy this morning, sweeping leaves and everything. Just show you briefly trees that came down. And that one there. And up there, some more. Papaya fell on the house, got out in the middle, well, 10 o'clock at night, I think I got out and pushed that one off the house. It landed on the side, but they don't weigh an awful lot, luckily. yeah, so that's it for now. Everybody take care. I'll be speaking to you soon. Hopefully no more typhoons. Bye for now.